better world. Ooh, you never bring me down. You never bring me down. You never bring me down. You stand up, I hear you talking. Put my stride in where I'm walking. You never bring me down. I thought I never understood the rules, yeah. Standing up for something good. I know that it might take some time to believe, yeah. But maybe I can make this right. Oh no, I'll keep on fighting. Watch me go. I'll be living in a better world. Ooh, you never bring me down. You never bring me down. You never bring me down. You stand up, I hear you talking. Put my stride in where I'm walking. Ooh, you never bring me down. 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 You never bring me down.
Welcome to live coverage from Traverse City in northern Michigan, a great lakeside town that, along with the Detroit Red Wings, has offered another year of incredible hospitality for the NHL Prospects Tournament. 5 teams in attendance this year, with some usual suspects, Chicago, Minnesota, Nashville, opting out for other prospect setups. I don't even know how you do that. This is clearly the best tournament out there for prospects. Here for the weekend are host Detroit, along with Columbus, whom you have seen yesterday, some of you, St. Louis, whom you will see imminently, and Dallas, who is on the schedule for the Leafs on Sunday afternoon. Well, the Leafs had a tough result to a good opening contest with Columbus, only relinquishing the lead in the game in overtime, where it counts. Goals by Alex Steeves, Semyon Dargachintsev, Matt Hellickson highlighted the skill set of the group, and they were presented an opponent who played some heavy hockey in the Columbus Blue Jackets. Today, some shaking up of the party mix. We'll give some new looks and some new skates in the lineup. Take a look as Nick Robertson and Semyon Dargachintsev pair up. Former Peterborough teammates. Braden Kressler will be on their wing. Mikhail Abramov will center Pavel Gogolev and Brett Budgel. And Cedric Perret will be in the middle of Ryan Chizowski and Jeremy McKenna. Curtis Douglas will find himself a couple of new line mates in Colby Saganuk and Jordan Frasca. A couple of folks out of the lineup as well for the Marlies, or for the Maple Leafs from yesterday. And the St. Louis Blues, well, take a look at the defensemen first. Matt Hellickson, Joseph Dusak. Leighton Moore checks into the hockey game and the tournament as well. Noel Hoffenmeyer, Matt Petronero, and William Villeneuve. round out the pairings, Keith Petrozelli gets the start in goal for the Maple Leafs. And taking a look at the St. Louis Blues lineups as they put together a good, solid group of folks, including number 1 pick Jake Neighbors from 2020. Nikita Alexandrov is in the middle. Hugh McGing, Dakota Joshua, former Leafs pick, with Braden Guy, Alex Toropchenko, and Tanner Dickinson in the middle of Lafreniere and Washkarak. Denny Gour has Ryan Janelle and Daniel D'Amico as line mates in this one. As the team's about to hit the ice here for a little skate, and then the anthems, will get a look at the defensive pairings as well for the St. Louis Blues this afternoon. Highly touted, a lot of eyes looking at Scott Perunovich as he has really distinguished himself. Tyler Tucker, his defensive partner, Griffin Luch and Andrew Parrott. Nate Steos, who is Steve Steos' son, Tyson Galloway, and Joel Hofer. Of course, lots of folks in Canada remember his efforts in the World Juniors as we get set here in Traverse City for game number 2 for the Maple Leafs. And the prospects here, as they came out of that first game with a lot of speed in that first period. They came out with what they thought was an excellent effort in that first. In the second, some pushback from Columbus, and they found themselves in a bit of a heavy game against Columbus and a fair bit of hitting, but they stuck in and rose to the occasion. Over on the other side, the St. Louis Blues here are going to find themselves in their first game this afternoon, coming in yesterday. The Maple Leafs have been here since Tuesday evening. They traveled all day Tuesday, practiced here on Wednesday, and got that first game in on Thursday afternoon yesterday. So we welcome you wherever you are tuning in from, whether it be from the Toronto area, whether it be from St. Louis, or anywhere across the Leafs Nation network. We certainly appreciate you putting your eyes and ears on the NHL Prospects Tournament. The anthems to come.
Good afternoon and welcome, hockey fans, teams, and scouts, back to Center Ice Arena for day number 2 of the 2021 NHL Prospects Tournament. Today's game from West Rink pits the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the St. Louis Blues. Folks, at this time, we ask if you are able to, that you all please rise and remove your hats for the playing of O Canada and the Star-Spangled Banner.
Well, these two teams ready to go here this afternoon as they came out for the pregame skate. Both of them flying pretty good. And as I say, into the lineup, some folks that are raring to go for the St. Louis Blues because these are folks that may have not touched the ice in a long time in a game situation. The Maple Leafs, of course, had a chance yesterday to get back on the ice. The excitement around getting back to a full game and getting into it, of course, was, I think, relayed beautifully by Matt Hellickson yesterday as we spoke to him post-game, and the smile mile wide across his face as he just pointed out that getting into something that was meaningful, even the hitting and everything that came with it yesterday. Yes, a loss in overtime, but it was really a terrific opportunity. There's Joel Hofer, as many folks will remember, the World Junior Championship. And I don't think there was a prouder moment when he dropped the puck at a Winnipeg Jets game a little later. As we are underway here in Traverse City, game number 2 for the Leafs. Robertson right away trying to use those skates to get inside the line. He's working with Dargachintsev and Kressler this afternoon. Looked awfully good yesterday. A beautiful pass to Alex Steves, who is out with a shoulder injury. He's listed as day-to-day. Toropchenko plays that back in, down deep. Keith Petruzzelli, he is upended and back onto his feet quickly, but Joey Dusak gets his feet working to it. Robertson trying to corral it. Kressler as well. Dargachintsev in the middle of that group as they make the early changes and get everybody's feet on the ice. Petruzzelli, of course, was the ECAC regular season champion and goaltender there in 2020, 2021. Holtmeyer moves it along. Back up to the blue line, but not out. In behind and around to the near corner. It is the Blues who are trying to capture some possession time early here. It's a 2-pad rink here in Traverse City. The Leafs have played on this pad and will play on this pad today, obviously, and tomorrow and Monday as well, it looks like. Back up along the right side. Dropped off into the corner. William Villeneuve comes back after it. Has a tough time backhanding it along to his teammate, Perret, and Jeremy McKenna comes back to it. And I guess a lot of folks from Prince Edward Island tuning in this afternoon. Opportunities to see lots of folks that play for the Charlottetown Islanders, or did, and even the backup goaltender here for the Blues, and Colton Ellis. I'm not sure there's a chance that he gets into this one, but nonetheless, keep your eyes on it. Picked up. Here's a great chance, and broken up by Villeneuve as Washkarak just hung on to that one a little long, gave Villeneuve a chance to get his stick over and in front of it. That's all about the timing that you're hoping that these prospects will bring to the big club and the big camp when it all starts up next week. Curtis Douglas had a good game yesterday, got into a fight. As the game got, as I say, pretty rough, and there's a little bit of stuff going on too as Colby Saganuk is sent to the ice. He comes back to it. He's a speedy player. There he is. As he runs, it looked like he had run that one down, and in fact, they don't think so, as they the officials in this one are going to move this one all the way back on the icing call. Lots of conversation back and forth. Hellickson Leafs bench different today. It was the home bench yesterday. Hoffenmeyer draws it in and then moves it back out into center ice, but it takes a left turn, and now it is picked up as Janelle comes back to it. D'Amico working to get the puck free. It ends up with Saginaw. Up ice they come, and trying to chase it down is Douglas deep in the corner, back up along the near wall. Douglas comes around on it again. Saginaw just had that one on the heel of his stick and couldn't drag it in to get an opportunity. Hoffenmeyer. Robertson out now. A lot of folks interested to see what he does, not only at this tournament, but over the course of camp in the next couple of weeks. Long shot, and Parrott with a good lane to shoot, but Petruzzelli had an eye on it. Saginaw lifted it off the wall. Of course, he is Rocky Saginaw's grandson, and we could go into great lengths about Rocky Saginaw and his time with the Leafs, but this is Colby's turn, so we're going to concentrate on his story. Semyon Dargachintsev trying to write a story himself here with the Maple Leafs organization. Chance with the Marlies last year. Robertson along the near side. Robertson fights to get that puck loose. Dakota Joshua moves it back up to the blue line. Parrott, a little chop at it as Robertson tried to move it up and out. Long shot there, goes way wide, and now it is picked up by Robertson. He's got some help on the right side with Kressler. Robertson behind him. Kressler takes the shot. It's lifted up and into the glass. Comes up to the near side. Dargachintsev keeps it in. Trying to chase this one down. The one thing you'll notice in this prospects tournament is the Leafs bring a lot of speed to their game. That won't surprise you if you've been checking out how they draft and what they draft. A little bit of speed on his own here. Perunovic, long shot, and a good glove there by Petruzzelli as he knocked it down. Wasn't able to corral it. Blues still with it. Lifted up along the wall. Pavel Gogolev lifts it out, and it wobbles its way back down the ice as Abramov goes after it. Gogolev, that one muscled out, backhand, and it finds its way out front. And Budgel with a good play to move it up to Gogolev, who drops it down inside the blue zone. They're going to make changes on that play. All the way back down, Hoffenmeyer legs it out and draws up some icing, and they'll bring it back on the free ride. Well, we talk about Petruzzelli and what he has done at Quinnipiac. He was a Detroit pick and has been to this camp with Detroit, or has been to this tournament with Detroit. Here's a long shot. Hoffenmeyer popped up, and that is going to be a high stick there as a little contact there as Perret lifted it just a little bit above his shoulders, and then the Leafs are able to touch it again. I think it was Jeremy McKenna, so they're going to bring that one outside the line. Hoffenmeyer right back in. They'll scramble in the corner for it as Perret has some options if he can get it free. Jazowski does get it free, but it's cut off and ends up with Leighton Moore. Back for Jazowski. He wanted the shot and just wandered away on him. Here he comes again. He's got help on the other side with McKenna following it up. Loose puck, scores. And I think they're going to give that to Jeremy McKenna. Speaking earlier about Prince Edward Island, and here he comes. Yep. McKenna and Jazowski, they got in there and tenacious with the puck. Got right after it. 6:09, the time of that goal. There's the original shot that bounces up. McKenna finds it, and I don't know if he's certainly the last Leaf to touch it, but I think it might have gone on off one of the Blues players when it finally did find its way in. There'll be no video review regardless. They have done a fantastic job here to get this all set up and streamed out to you folks, but video review is not going to be included. Danny Gore and Curtis Douglas waiting at the center ice for the drop of the puck. Off the wall. Good play. Get it to the net. Get after it. Don't let up on it. Jeremy McKenna. Well, you had some good goals. Here's Dusak. Lets one fly. It goes wide, but some good feet to it. Is Frasca. All the way back down the ice. That one comes. There's Matt Hellickson as he gets a touch to it. He and Dusak partnering today, and Hellickson pointing out yesterday after the game that he thought Dusak could show him a little bit more of the offensive side of things in his game. And in fact, here's Dusak now. Hellickson picks it up, looks to the goal, shoots, breaks a stick in front of him. Now they scramble to it and try to kick it back out. Turning quickly, Kressler cuts back in, knocked off his stick. D'Amico is able to capture it, move it back down the ice, but the Leafs turn it around quickly. Good transition. Robertson working back off the wall, behind the goal, trying to find Villeneuve out front. Never got there. Back to the one-time from Dusak, and it drops in front of Hofer, and he covers that one up. Well, everybody getting a good opportunity there of that crew to try to put something together. Hofer, of course, was out of the Swift Current organization. Got some games with San Antonio in the AHL, 1 point. That was the Blues organization that they went to. Trying to cut back in Toropchenko. He stays on his feet, moves it back to Parrott, who tried to put one on goal, went wide. Long shot, tipped away. Back up to Parrott again. And now picked up Gogolev. Thought he was the other way, unimpeded. Here's Budgel. Nice little pass. Gogolev, backhander. Hits the side of the net. That one toward the goal, cut off by Parrott, and now Villeneuve will get his stick to it. Ups to go to the goal. That is off the blocker and out of play. Well, the shots are 5-5, and both teams have had good exchanges in the offensive zone. Take a look at the Leafs bench. Everybody is keen just to get into some hockey. McKenna lifts one to the goal, and he was looking to get that one under the arm. He's got some intention in his game this afternoon, Jeremy McKenna. We've seen him play with the Marlies last season, and it didn't look like he had anything but an on or an off button. There's just like intensity in 10 cities. Back through the middle. Alexandrov trying to keep it on. Side, he did not. Speaking of Prince Edward Island. Toss out front, Perret. Just glances off his stick. Didn't get enough of it. All the way back, Moore. Drops it off with Hoffenmeyer, and they'll buy themselves a little bit of time. Joey Dusak, Franklin Square, New York. all the way back in. Here's Douglas using the size, putting it back out. Saganuk got some good skates, trying to stay up top, get some strength into his game here. Ferrier pushes him off of it, and the puck comes back out. Oh, just slides a little bit beyond the intended player. Perunovich, rather. Right back to it. Fraska tried to play it along to Douglas. He didn't see that one coming, but it comes back to Dusak. Up ice, Toropchenko. Nice little steal by Robertson as he comes back with it. Right side, Robertson takes the shot as you think he might. It just went wide. Here's Peter Nero getting it back. Off a boot. Parrott lays it back in. Dakota Joshua, former Leaf pick, playing here in the Blues organization. Well, that long one was from a long way away. That was a bit of a toss and a hope. That didn't quite work out. Well, take a look here as Nick Robertson tried to cut back in and then tried to work it to the forehand. You see a lot of players in that situation just continue with the backhand, but to get the better opportunity, I think he was looking at the far side rather than try to go that small space on the backhand that seemed to be well defended. Here's Robertson again. Steps by one. Hangs up at the blue line. Cross ice. Right back. Dargachintsev shoots. And into the corner it goes. I'd like to see Dargachintsev shoot a little bit more. Establish himself so it keeps people honest. Back up. Perunovich moves it quickly. That one lifted up. And a miss there. Here's the chance at the side of the goal, but it hits the side of the net and lands right with the Leafs. Kressler. A little giveaway there as the Leafs were making a change and the Blues couldn't take advantage of it. Moore, long pass across the ice. Abramov trying to fight his way through a couple of Blues and now works himself to the near side. Hoffenmeyer. That's a hard shot back in. Budgel had to step out of the way of that one. The stick out of the hand is the goaltender, who doesn't have one at the moment. And he's not getting a lot of help from getting one. Here's Hoffenmeyer. Right back. Moore draws in. Gives that one back over. Gogolev waits on it. Puts it off the goaltender and out front. And it comes all the way back up and out. With some speed back in, Dickinson tried to find the man coming back through the middle, but it wasn't there, and that was the end of the shift. Anyway, they couldn't really put together much more than that. Budgel lays it in deep. Gogolev tried to feed it back out front for Dusak. Perret wants to get his stick to that one. McKenna. A breakout here from the Blues, but it doesn't last long as Dusak just turns it back the other way, and McKenna uses the eyes, drives the feet, and gets right to the end boards. Recovers the puck. Well, he's having a shift here. Hellickson gets this one back, goes cross ice. That shot off the pads, drops out front. Tense moment there for Hofer. Long one cross ice. Dusak comes back to it. D'Amico plays it in. Perunovich doing some good skating here, trying to get around McKenna, who's sticking with them. He's wearing the C here for the Blues, and he sends one dancing in, but the tune ends quickly at the side of the goal. Blues still working to it. Right back. Joshua off the bench. Backhander. Petrozelli, this one scrambles out top, loose puck, and it is knocked to the wall. Janelle leans back and just sends one hard to the goal, but Petrozelli comes up with the save with 6:43 remaining here in the first. Now, Petrozelli was goaltender of the year in the ECAC. First team All-Star, I think that's a given. Once they give you a goaltender of the year, they got to give you an All-Star nod, I think. It's a Hobie Baker Award finalist. He was at Bruins development camp this summer and ended up at the Leafs development camp, and they signed him to a 2-year AHL contract. Here's Galloway. Petronero has his man tied up pretty good. Leafs are able to get it loose, and now quickly back the other way. Villeneuve hangs up, feeds it over to Douglas, gets it back, has traffic, but too much. And now the one time as he sends it in, looking for a little bit of luck. And again, this time it's off the boot. Drifting here with the shot, and the rebound came just out a little too sharp there. Douglas picks it up on the backhand. Frasca, a little help here as he's got Saganuk out front, trying to establish a little bit of mystery for the folks there who were just kind of letting them be. Peter Nero. Maple Leafs make a change. Moore calling for it. There's the shot. He'll get it. Off the shot, off the glass. Hoffmeyer comes out. He's got Robertson as an option up ice, and they were on a change, and they were looking to take advantage of it. Robertson was all alone over at the far blue line. And you got to know, with his speed, his tenacity, he could have turned that into something quite interesting. Nick Robertson, lots of people talk about his game. Lots of people talk about where he fits and what he's doing. And I'll tell you, he is one entertaining player to watch. Out front. Puck drifts away on the Blues. Back up for Parrott. That hits the post. Boy, it had a good eye on it. And if it just wobbled the one way, that would have found itself in that small space between his foot and the post. It was there. Parrott, close, off the pads, a thumper. And Robertson gathers it in. Well, Neighbors defends him there, gives him a little toss. First round pick. Neighbors, Robertson holds up. After that, he's got to get to the bench. He was on for a shift there. Picked up. Perunovich toward the goal, and there was some open space there if they could have collected it. They just couldn't. Play back down the ice, dies in the snow. And right back to it. Laferriere, the shot, had it all alone to take the shot, but Petrozelli saw him the whole way. Tucker, that one came in a little tricky there for Petrozelli. It just happened to be right where I'm sitting and was right behind the shot. He had the pad in the right place. Working to become a better technical goaltender. Got pretty good numbers. That one misplayed. And now Abramov coming back with Gogolev. He cuts back in, but it's knocked off his stick by Dickinson on a good defensive play. Gogolev trying to fight his way back off the boards. Still in the mix. Perry sees some attention. Dusak moves it quickly. Crossing through the middle. Szozowski looked offside, was offside. Jeremy McKenna with the only goal in this one. As he got toward the front of the goal and just would not leave the location. Found himself with the marker. The only one in the game. Lifted back the other way. That puck finds its way out of the corner. Chizowski and Perret stay on side this time. Chizowski toward the goal, put it right on the goaltender. McKenna was there in that mix, just looking to create the same kind of opportunity they created earlier in the contest. The time of that goal was 6:09. It's always curious in this tournament, in any rookie tournament, to just see everything get a little sharper and a little sharper for a team as the tournament rolls along, as people shake off the summer. Hoffenmeyer trying to get after it. Frasca fights his way to the puck, trying to hang on to it, is able to get it to Hoffenmeyer. Clayton Moore backs up. Joshua steps away. Here's Robertson generating some speed through the middle. Cross the line, still with the puck. Wanted the shot. He had a lot of blues with him there. One of the things that's, sometimes you see a guy take shots like that, and you wonder what they're seeing, and because in that situation, not successful. But in many times, that situation is successful for Robertson. He gets the shot on goal. And it's because the guys that have the skills that pay the bills often see things that other players just don't. Long shot there goes wide. Austin Edge went down. Robertson. Back up ice. Alexandrov. Well, he took the shot. He was intent on taking that shot. That shot had possibilities. Along the wall. Everybody taking a look around. Things have come to a standstill here. It's like the gardener at 5 o'clock. Lots of room here on the right side. Cross the line. Draws in and sets up. Back off the end boards. Blues recover it. Perunovic. Boy, they got a lot of respect in the organization for his ability and what he may bring to the Blues. Chipped up the boards. Budgel brings it back in. Better that and hang on to it. Long pass. Villeneuve drops it back off with Gogolev. Cross the line. Abramov with a chance here, but it closed in on him quickly. And that does it for 20 minutes of play here in game number 2 for the Leafs, game number 1 for the Blues at the NHL Prospects Tournament. Jeremy McKenna of the Maple Leafs, the only goal in this one so far. It was assisted by Chizowski, and we will let you go on your way for the next 17 minutes. But you'll come back after that because we've got a second period to come here from Traverse City.
fall apart. And even though I'm just a fool, I'm so blue, yeah. I know that I can make it through. I'll keep on fighting. Watch me go. I'll be living in a better world. Ooh, you never bring me down. You never bring me down. You never bring me down. Listen up, I hear you talking. Put my stride in where I'm walking. You never bring me down. I thought I never understood the rules, yeah, yeah. Standing up for something good. I know that it might take some time to believe, yeah, yeah. But maybe I can make this right. Oh no, I'll keep on fighting. Watch me go. I'll be living in a better world. Ooh, you never bring me down. You never bring me down. You never bring me down. Listen up, I hear you talking. Put my stride in where I'm walking. Ooh, you never bring me down. 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 a fool. I'm so blue, yeah. I know that I can make it through. I'll keep on fighting. Watch me go. I'll be living in a better.
We're back in Traverse City as the second period is about to begin, just under a minute away from that. The Maple Leafs and the Blues. Game number 2 for the Leafs, game number 1 for the Blues, who will play 3 games here this weekend. And in the first period, 1-0 the score. Jeremy McKenna scored the goal. Ryan Chizowski ended up with the assist. Chizowski, of course, boy, at one point you couldn't turn around before you ran into the name Chizowski somewhere in the world of hockey. It wasn't that long ago, I don't think. I just remember there were times where you'd be at an AHL game or watching some sort of hockey, and suddenly there was a Dave or a Ron or a Barry. Not as prolific as Smith or anything like that, but that shot slides through as the second period underway. Villeneuve, chipped by him. Going that way again as Ryan's got cousins and brothers playing as well. Taking over the hockey world. Dargachinsev. 2-on-1 back the other way, but in the middle of it, Hoffenmeyer, and he breaks it up, and it wasn't really well organized or a strong opportunity. Dargachinsev comes right back, drops it in. They were interested in the change more than they were interested in anything else. Back up through the middle. Here's Neighbor. Neighbors gets down into the corner with it. Back up to the blue line. Good turn on an opportunity. Abramov follows it up as the Blues doing a good job moving the puck. That turn knocked down and more punched at than anything else, but it got down to the ground regardless. Back out it comes. Good chance out front. And an interesting opportunity there. Alexandrov thought he'd just slip it around to somebody at the side of the goal with the backhand. It was a good idea, but there was nobody there. Right back to it. Baggio comes in. Captain in Charlottetown. I feel like I'm talking a lot about Prince Edward Island here this afternoon. Perry, the shot. Gonna break out Bud the Spud in a second. There's Dusak. Nice little drop off. Chizowski, long one in, and it is a blocker and out of play. I did get the opportunity. Now, I did find out something about Traverse City yesterday that I didn't expect to learn. Sometimes you come along and you find, oh, it's the cherry capital of the world, so that's the way it is. But the hula hoop has made some sort of comeback here. There's somebody out front hula hooping. Out front. And I asked about it. They said, oh, no, it's a thing now. People are hula hooping everywhere in Traverse City. I only saw evidence of the one, but still, if it could be making a comeback. That one off and out. Yeah, people are teaching hula hoop classes. Some people are into hockey. Some people are into hula hoops, and that was into the post and out. Chizowski comes in for the draw. A spin there as he faces Washkarak. Little turn and a quick shot, and a good glove by Hofer. Well, that's all right. I am that person that will talk to just about anybody out on the street, hula hoops included. Off the draw, back over, and another one that ends up in this halting play here in the early part of the second period. Some shots intended, some of them getting there. Well, they're going to change out some bodies here. I don't think that was tiring so much as they were just trying to set up for a different result in any way they possibly could. Dakota Joshua, drafted in 2014. That shot doesn't get through. McKenna just eases it back to Moore. And back to McKenna. He takes the shot, breaks a stick in front of him, comes back to Moore. Had a thought there to take the shot. Hoffenmeyer leans into that one. Back it comes again. Hoffenmeyer deep into the corner, but it slid off the stick of Moore. And now it comes to the corner, gets caught up in the trash there, and right back up and out. Frasca comes back to gather it in for the Leafs. And set up here. The change has already been made. Stepping out, trying to get back through the middle. Janelle drops it, wobbling back into Petrozelli, who just covers it up. A good choice there. They had a tough second period yesterday, these Leafs, as they found themselves on the long change, a little bit of procedural issues that happened, and sometimes when those things happen mid-season, you can corral them, get a rope around them, and pull them back into the barn before they get away from you. But when they happen in the first game back from the summer, they can get away from you entirely. They were up 2-0 and then found themselves back in a tie by the end of the period. Here's Douglas. Out front, it pops up. Trying to tame that puck and come down the right side. D'Amigo. Little charge to the puck here as Douglas gets it back up. Saginaw runs into some resistance in front of him. Fight for the puck in front of the Maple Leafs bench. Chanel moves it back. Into the glove of Petrozelli. He's going to hang on to that one. I'm going to say Petrozelli in for this opportunity. He is not a small guy, 6'5", 185. And there is something about the way he is built that makes it look like he is towering over that net. Hellickson. He's back row middle in the class picture. Not this class picture, but that's where you get put. Robertson tries to take the shot. He can get one away. Usually you're 6'5". You're a little tangle there as Neighbors gets caught up there with Hellickson. And a little bit of frustration between the two. And then the frustration ends up with a tripping call. And I think Duzak is the one that's going to go. Oh, they're going to call it hooking. And indeed it is, Joey Duszak. Yeah, Curtis Douglas would be the back row center in this class picture. He's 6'8" and 3/4 or whatever. It's hard to know what it was beyond 6'8". They ran out a tape measure to measure the guy, so had to take a guess. You get that big, they start measuring you in hands. So power play here for the Blues. The Maple Leafs penalty kill drops into service. Everybody was in on the penalty kill. No special meetings and special guys in on the penalty kill. Everybody's getting reps on the PK. Power play here as Perinovic gets a hold of it. Perry gives him some things to think about. They get a shot that goes wide. Perunovic tries to take it in himself. Drives down deep and then comes back up to the blue line. Moves it over to the boards. Tries to get it back, but it's cut off. It is Douglas who got his stick in the way. There's a substantial amount of faux lumber in that stick. McGing. Back in, Hellickson picks it up and sends it right back out. It's so interesting talking to Matt Hellickson yesterday. I asked him about the goal. The first thing I said, well, what did you think of the goal? And then he went into great detail about what happened on a goal against. Well, what about your goal, the one that was the power play goal? I said after that. That's very, very interesting. It's very telling, I think, about somebody that looks at, how am I getting better? What do I need to do to get better? And he said to me afterwards, he said, yeah, I don't score very much. It didn't come to me right away. Right back, hard shot, scooped up. And a stick in the mask of Petrozelli. And he's got some things to say. The official still getting some words there from the goaltender. Alexandrov in to take the draw. He's on that top line with McGing and Neighbors here on the power play as well. His second round pick in 2019 for the Blues. Perunovic, or Perunovic rather. Retreating back. There he comes across the blue line. That almost looked like it could have been called. It isn't. We're back to 5 apiece. 7 minutes gone here in the second period. Dusak, little backhander. I think he tried to just put that up in the air, jump ball. Good chance Douglas would have won that. Dusak gets back to it. Back through the middle. And Douglas with a check at the end boards. I think the shockwave knocked down the Blues player. Back to Villeneuve toward the goal. That one redirected, went wide. Saganuk plays it back up. Villeneuve steps around, turns back, and then he lost the zone. Brings it back out, but he still has possession, at least temporarily. At the blue line, Douglas carries back, and he lets one fly, and a nice, smooth as jiffy shot there as it hits the goaltender Hofer, and he hangs on to that one. 8 minutes gone here in the second period. Shots on goal 14-12. Now favoring the Maple Leafs. They get the day off tomorrow. And then back at it on Sunday. A good opportunity for a little bit of... The great thing about this group seems like a really good group and close group so far. Sometimes there's little getting to know each other that goes on. But I think with development camp happening right alongside, the guys knew each other quite well already. Here's Gogolev as he turns around, intercepting a breakout pass, and he gets it on his backhand. Abramov trying to get it back in. Lifted back the other way. Long pass ahead. Good opportunity, 2-on-1 in close, and that is off the goaltender. Abramoff crashes into the goaltender, trying to get back to his feet. Dusak was looking to take advantage. Hellickson, long shot, scores! Just a beauty shot from distance as Hellickson finds the back of the net for the second game in a row here for the Maple Leafs. Out of Notre Dame. Skated over the bench. He acted like he'd taken that shot 100 times in his life and scored 98 of them. It's all right. You could show a little celebration, perhaps. A little Iggy Shuffle, maybe. Nobody should bring back the Iggy Shuffle. It's not a thing. No, no. We give them a hula hoop out there. That's what they're doing in Traverse City, hula hooping everywhere. All over northern Michigan, too. Tipped along. Nice little play to Robertson. He played it back at the blue line, but it's offside. Ferrier comes back in. Played nicely up ice. Kressler crossing. Lifted in as Hellickson goes off. Right back in. Dusak's going to get an assist on that goal. Right back. Villeneuve across the blue line. Kressler goes after it. Villeneuve. Janelle back across the blue line. D'Amico goes after it there into the corner. See some opposition. A good puck movement here as both teams trying to be a little bit more disruptive. Back out front it comes, and it wobbles its way back down the ice. It's always a fairly good bet that if you can work on just disrupting the play this early in the season, you just disrupt the flow of what another team is trying to do, you might have a little bit more success. However, you can't just do that. You've got to be able to score some goals. There's Douglas again. He kicks it along. It got knocked to his knees. He was still bigger than some other folks. Here's Douglas with a shot off the mask, and out front scores on the third opportunity. 1-2 and in. And this one will end up with Jeremy McKenna, I think. Let me take a look back at this and get a good look, but I think that's going to be McKenna's second goal. There you see out front, McKenna takes a whack at it on the third opportunity and puts it behind Hofer. McKenna's second goal of the afternoon, coming at 10:51. I didn't like the look of how this face-off was setting up. Everybody, you're too close. It's just, that's cheating. The referees don't like that. Back in it goes. McKenna. Of course, played for a long time in Moncton, but dropped in with the Marlies last season. They just kind of started to hit, took off, became a favor to Greg Moore and the coaching staff, what he was doing. Dargachintsev all the way back in. 3-0 Leafs here in the midpoint of the game. Long cross ice pass. Toropchenko trying to pull it back across the blue line. He does. Brunovich had the puck. He's dangerous with it, but at that point he couldn't quite get the shot away that he wanted. A little conversation there with Joey Dusak having. That was Toropchenko. He was in casual disagreement with. Gogolev back across the line. Abramov almost looked offside. Gogolev sets up on the boards. Now Moore moves it back over. Hoffmeyer throws one down low. Jostling for it. Looking for the handle. Gogolev comes in behind as well. Abramov right back after it. Amazing how many captains. That's the one thing that you find in a lot of times in the free agent. Guys who are signed as free agents or guys who are picked up and are working to get their way onto a team. There's a lot of captains, a lot of out of junior. Here's McKenna. He plays it back in. Perret. Knocked down on the play. Moore waiting for it to come back to the blue line. It gets there, and he tries to send one through a lot of tree trunks. Back to the blue line. Lining it up and letting it go. Petronero. McKenna again from behind the goal. Perry gets back to it one more time. McKenna looking for help out front. Finds help out front, but a good save by Hofer as he got the glove up, knocked it down, and then was able to get on top of it before any more trouble from Jordan Frasca showed up. 6:26 left to go here in the second period. Neighbors still talking. Still talking. And finally decides he's had enough. He's going to go back home. And there it was out front. A lot of back and forth there. That was Cedric Perret. Frasca was coming in after it, but it already, Wiskel had gone. Villanova, puck away on him, but it gets all the way down to Petrozelli, who comes way out of the goal to play it. It's a calculated, sometimes aggressive move. Trying to leave it back through the middle. Saginaw gets a hold of it and then tries to fight his way back to the puck. On the backhand, Frasca gives it over to Douglas. He's got it in an awkward situation, and he leaves it back at the blue line, and the Blues can't take advantage of that. High stick. Looked like 5:49. I was trying to look down here to see. Where they got it. No, offside. So bring it all the way down intentionally. Well, that's one thing we have not seen a lot of. There seems to be, when guys get tossed out of the face-off circle, there seems to be like a run on it. You ever find that? It's just like for like 3 weeks straight, everybody's getting tossed out of the face-off circle. And then it goes away. And then sometime later in the season, it's like a 2-week run. Kressler. Well, he saw some attention, nearly stole the puck away there and had a free ride in. D'Amico comes back to it. Dusak with the puck. Janelle been good in this one. Now Hellickson, who got this thing underway in the second period, put the Maple Leafs up 2-0, and now we got a penalty here And D'Amico looked like he got some little bit of blood on the go there. So, in what is one of the more unusual reasons for getting 2 more minutes in any sport, Joey Dusak is going in for 4 minutes, and the Blues power play has an opportunity here to get them on the board, as the Leafs have themselves a 3-0 lead with 5:03 left to go in this second period. Hoffmeyer clears it. And that to me is always just the most unusual penalty in sports, is one of the most. Maybe not the most. I haven't thought about it that much. It's not like I'm lying awake at night trying to think of what the most unusual penalties in sports are, but that one is always interesting. Like the severity of an injury or an infraction decides how bad the penalty is. If there's blood, well, you get 2 more minutes. All the way back, Petruzzelli. Dickinson. Down low. Comes back up. Trying to tighten it up just a little bit here, the Blues. Alexandra, and he takes the shot. It goes high. And get that one back out. They do as they move it along, and Douglas was a long way down the ice, and he's happy enough to keep it down there for just a couple of seconds. McKenna back to it. There's the shot, but a good block out front. Trying to quickly get back to his feet is Moore, and there's a thundering one too. A couple of good shots here from the Blues. Gore leads it back. Pernovic gets it out front, scores. Denny Gore finds a way to get it past Petruzzelli and put the Blues on the board on a power play, a minute 47 into the penalty. The 3:16 left to go in this second period. And that's one of those things you're working on. You've only had a couple of days here. You work on the penalty kill. You can only work on things so much because there are 5 other teams all trying to do morning skates, all trying to do practices, so only so many things you can get at. Right back to it. Tucker, shot, knocked down. Good opportunity. Petruzzelli's better than that. He picks it up and grabs it. He's looked good. Ian Scott looked absolutely terrific in yesterday's game. Faced a load of shots, a lot of activity in front of him. I thought he was just terrific, I thought. Petruzzelli's doing a good job here today. Turns back and quickly sent the other way. He's set up, fans in attendance. There's that guy here. He's got a Leafs jersey on. There's somebody everywhere. Tried a little backhand there that doesn't get through. Setting up Robertson now out on the PK. Perea as well. Tucker takes the shot, gets up top, and did it get in? No indication here. Looked like the puck, can't say from here really, but they didn't indicate it was a goal. And Petruzzelli has already got it in his glove. Not a goal. I tell you, I wasn't getting caught on that one again today, especially on the same side of the ice. 19 shots on goal for the Blues. Kressler to it, Hoffenmeyer. They work to it with just a minute to go in the double minor. Joey Dusak. Up the boards it comes. A little bit of speed on it. Here's Kressler as he tried to find some help through the middle. Bunchel ran into his man, tied him up enough, but it comes back into the Toronto zone. Perunovic over the far side. Tightening it up out front. Little tip, and the confusion comes back up. Perunovic steps around one, sees an opportunity out front, and that one is knocked away, almost right back to him. I think he was hoping that the tip would go to the far post and in. Cleared out. I'll try to get one more go here on this ice here with 1:25 left to play in the period. They bring it across the line, but they won't keep it across the line, and that'll do it. The penalty will expire. Joey Dusak will return to action. Let go on his own recognizance. Saganuk, Villeneuve in the corner. A whistle goes. They moved it on a hand pass. Shots 2019 favoring the Leafs. Both goaltenders have had to come up with some decent ones. They'll set up outside the line. 5-on-5 is the Blues with the hand pass. That brings Semyon Dargachintsev into the circle, or onto the dot. Gogolev getting it back. Villeneuve in the mix, lifted up to the far side. A little pressure here from the Blues, no doubt. The long pass gets by everybody. I think this one will not go for icing. Gogolev trying to chase it down. He chips it to the far boards. Blues are able to get it back out. Trying to fight his way through a couple of checks there. Petronero. Played in. 23 seconds left to go. Villeneuve turns back, sends it along. Dargachintsev across the line, 10 seconds. Gogolev looking for it. Dargachintsev out front, and it's knocked away by the goaltender. Up and back out, and that'll do it. And now Neighbors, and well, I'll tell you, at the end of that one, it looked like something was going to erupt. It did not. Petronero and Neighbors. A little bit more, but they step away, and now Luch and Petronero have got something else to say. Everybody is cleared away, and I think that's a good indication that we've got 40 minutes officially in the books here. 3-1 is the score as the Leafs lead this one going into the final 20 minutes of play. You've got 17 minutes to, well, you could go hula hoop if you'd like. It could happen. We'll be back for the third period after that.
Something good. I know that it might take some time to believe, yeah. But maybe I can make this right. Oh no, I'll keep on fighting. Watch me go. I'll be living in a better world. You never bring me down. You never bring me down. You never bring me down. Listen up, I hear you talking. Put my stride in where I'm walking. You never bring me down. I thought I never understood the rules, yeah, yeah. Standing up for something good. I know that it might take some time to believe, yeah, yeah. But maybe I can make this right. Oh no, I'll keep on fighting. Watch me go. I'll be living in a better world. Ooh, you never bring me down. You never bring me down.
We have returned to Traverse City for the third period. The Maple Leafs and the Blues coming up momentarily in the second period, of course. 3 goals. The Leafs coming up with a couple of them, and the Blues adding one after they were down 3-0 on the power play. There you see McKenna with a couple of goals today, and Matt Hellickson with a goal, his second of the tournament. He had one yesterday on the power play and then added one here today, the second goal of the game. McKenna had the third goal for the Leafs, and adding back 3-1, the Blues put one in on the power play with Joseph Duszak in the box. He had a good long chat with the referees and the officials at the end of the period just to reiterate that he didn't think necessarily that was all warranted. They did not retroactively change anything, as they don't seem to do that even in prospect tournaments. And we're underway. Third period. Here is the Blues definitely have gotten themselves a little bit more acclimated. This is their first game of the tournament, and it's for a lot of these guys, it's their first game back together. You don't really get an opportunity to practice. Just jump in and play the system you've been taught if you've been in the system. But there's a lot of folks here that are free agent invites for this Blues team. Over the far side, Moore and Hoffmeyer backing up, long shot into the glass. Comes back, Pernovich. Nice little play there, but it didn't quite work out for Leighton Moore. He had the right idea. It just didn't fall to his stick. Kressler tries to chop that one down the fairway. Parrott back up to the blue line. Neighbors long shot, and just solid play there from Petrozelli. Budgel across the line, got it back out. Abramov quickly moves that one, and Joey Duszak wondering where the penalty interest might be in that call. It was non-existent. Hellickson at the blue line trying to break it up. Alexandrov. Gogolev climbs back out front. Little shot there by Luch. He just tried to get one of those shifty shots off that did not quite go the way he wanted. Gogolev works onto the outside, turns back, drops it down the wall. Budgel had Petronero here on the blue line, and he looks back to the blue line, this time Villeneuve. Hard back into the corner, right back to the blue line. Toward the goal, that is up and in the popcorn. Somebody's popcorn. Drop back in, actually. Can't get out of the rink. The puck can't escape this rink. It's like the Alcatraz for pucks. It's got a screen around the whole place. No guards, but still, for a puck, it's menacing. And it stays inside, and they'll just keep using it. I tell you, save you a pile of money on your puck budget. Rink like this. Out front, shot right on, and McKenna was looking for 3 and gives it a smile. He knows he was given one there, and that the goaltender had to be good. He was. He's having a game. Making an impact. Talked to Drew McIntyre, the former goaltender. He just retired this year, but I had an opportunity to talk to him about that, and then talk to him about Jeremy McKenna, and boy, he had high praise. Coming from a guy like Drew McIntyre, that's pretty good. He takes a little bit of a shot there at the end of it, and Perry gets in the middle, and now everything gets tossed about. But they're trying to get in the middle of this one. And Chizowski is brought down. Oshkarak. They're going to let this go, but or are they? No, they're not, actually. I thought so. And I wonder if they're going to even it back out here. Shazowski is going to go. Washkarak is going to go. And is that it? I think that's it. It's right below me. Like if I wanted to, I feel like I could reach something if like, oh, somebody's got Jolly Ranchers right down there. No, I'll never reach that. Yeah, some of the guys down there, one of the guys working the scoreboard. Smart play. Anyway, it's 1-1. Just a couple of minutes each. We're going to stay here with a 4-on-4. A broken stick there by Dargachintsev. Picks one up from the bench. Turns back. Korovchenko moves it back in. Dargachintsev tries to steal it back and give it to Hellickson. Loses his stick again, but this time Robertson tried to recover it. Did briefly. Shot toward the goal, not on goal, and a shot at the side of the goal. It is picked up by Dargachintsev. He is having a bit of a wiggly shift here with his stick. Picks it up. Turns back. He's got help out front, and he tried to find Robertson. That worked in the OHL many times. Here's Dakota Joshua working back toward the goal. Petruzzelli encouraged to move it. He does. Dusak, back up ice, comes back for a spin. Playing some 4-on-4 here. Gogolev steps to the ice. Drops it off with Abramov. Back to Gogolev. It dances off his stick and back onto it. He's got help back up high. He chooses to use it. Moore right back to Gogolev. Comes back the other way. Moore comes in to help out, but they're able to clear that back out of their zone. And Pavel Gogolev comes back to it. Well, he had a good start with the Marlies. There's a good opportunity in the middle of it. Gogolev back out front. Great chance, and it crawls its way across the line. Oh, my goodness. What have they decided here? That was a goal. I got to tell you, I think we can. Well, I bet you we'll get a look at it. Yeah, I think that they're talking about it. All of them are talking about it here. Yeah, that's a goal. That's. To be fair, Greg Moore asking about it. Take a look. Oh, I don't know if we're going to see it there. But I'll tell you, it looked like it crossed the line from here. You know, I just happen to be on this side of center ice and the side where you got a pretty decent view of it. And it looked like it just crawled across the line. And that, indeed, ends up being a goal. They have decided. So it's 3-2. And they back it up. Handed out a 4-on-4 goal for the St. Louis Blues. They were down 3-0. And now within one. And now we're back to 5-on-5. That's a lot of numbers. McKenna. That puck did clatter up into the roof and out. And that's pretty much how the only way the puck can get out. Now we're back to 5-on-5. And a power play goal and a 4-on-4 goal. So the Blues certainly seeing some results here with in the unusual circumstances of the hockey game. 5-on-5. Leafs have put together their goals. Right back to it. Petronero. Long for Perry. Comes hard back after it. pops across the line. Right hard back in, hits the side of the net. Villeneuve tries to ease it back over to Kressler, who does come away with it. Cross ice, and that one's sent in. McKenna trying to get back to it. Kressler, gets by both. Hellickson plays it back in. All the way back into the Leaf zone, deep. Douglas plays it off the boards, back up through the middle. Here comes Saginaw. He has got some water bug speed. Right back the other way. Denny Gore waiting for it. And that goes up out front, and it is picked up with some speed down the right side. Drop back for Dusak, trying to cut back in and look out front at the same time. That was good vision there by Saginaw. He comes back into the Toronto zone. Played off the glass and out. Try to make a change here. Trying to take advantage of the Blues. They get it back into the slot a fair bit. Knocked down from behind by Tucker was Budgel. Perunovic right back in. Toropchenko. Little play out front, scores. And it is tied up as the Blues have marched back in this one after being down 3-0. And I think you're going to put that one in the hands of Braden Guy. He's here as a free agent invite, trying to make an impression. And the Blues have tied it up, much like yesterday. And the Marlies weren't up 3-0 at any, or the Maple Leafs weren't up 3-0 at any point. But they were up 3-2. And Columbus came back, tied it up. So the Leafs have to break off. The information being passed along by the Lions crew. Right back the other way. Perunovic. Long one, side of the goal, rolls out front, and it is collected by Kressler. And Neighbors right on top of him. He's got the free hand loose, but no call. Blues feeling it now as they picked up their pace of play. Right back in. Dusak, some open space for the puck. Closes in, and trying to carry it back outside the zone there was Abramov. Chizowski, as it rides an edge and comes back out, he chases after it. The Blues work right back to it. Chizowski waiting for it back up ice. He's on a bit of a run. Perry gets a hold of it, drives down deep, looks back up. He's got Petronero there, but he comes back below the goal line. Jeremy McKenna working to it. He's got two in this one. Back out front, Chizowski the shot, and a great chance for the Leafs there. Over the far side, Petronero picks it up and off the crossbar and out. So after it certainly looked like the Blues were putting on some big pressure, the Leafs come back and do exactly the same thing here at the NHL Prospect Tournament. Game 2 for them. And come to the bench there and get some words from A.J. McLean, who coached his 400th game with the Marlies this past season, to end the season actually. They'll be on 401 when the season picks up again. And it's not the most. Gordon Dineen holds that record. He's 517, I think it is. Here's Robertson, just offhand. Dargachintsev. Back up high. Villanov toward the goal. And that one just touches off the glove and into the corner. Sticks up, battling for the puck. Dargachintsev gets a piece of it, comes back up. Hoffmeyer from the bench tries a shot, but it's blocked. And Robertson was after that one. He gets it back, and we'll try to catch him on a change. Dargachintsev trying to chase it down quickly. Doesn't get to it. Saganuk back out. Dargachintsev was going off. Moore thought he was coming back. Long pass up as Robertson follows up the play and then breaks off. Intensity dialed up here just a little bit more. Third period. Halfway into it in about 15 more seconds. Frasca gets a piece. Backhand. Saganuk tries to chop it up across the blue line. Long shot in. Turned away and looking back out front. Here's Parrott with a look and a stop. Boy, the Blues certainly got a big boost when they got that tying goal. The Leafs brought back some pressure. And good even pressure here in the third period. Both teams look a little bit more evenly matched. A lot of folks, no doubt, on that Blues side of things. A lot of free agents they have brought to this camp this time around. Hellickson. Racing back, Hellickson tries to get to it. The shot goes wide. Dusak. Trying to move that puck along, getting some encouragement there to move it along. Perunovic steps back one way, comes the other. That one is onside, and I got to tell you, that certainly didn't look it. Right back, Perunovic shoots, snapped out of the air. Now Dusak takes a shot and is knocked down, and that will result in a penalty. And it'll be interesting to see what this penalty ends up being. This cross-check, what it turns out to be. But boy, when you're involved with another player and a third guy comes in, that's slightly ridiculous. Like, especially if you feel like, you got to believe in some of the folks on your team to be able to get involved in a small altercation. You don't have to step into the middle of it. Now, if it's a mismatch, okay, but that mismatch actually probably would have fallen the Blues' way. Now the first power play opportunity for the Leafs steps into the hockey game. Robertson flips it over a stick. Dusak gets it back up high. Dargachintsev looked to go to the goal. Off a stick and into the screen. So I always love talking to different guys about all the, there was a while ago we did a thing called Add, Change, Delete with former Marlies captain Andrew Campbell. I asked the guys, what would you add, change, delete in a hockey game? That one slides wide. In the game of hockey, always fascinating to hear their answers. Dargachintsev, cross ice, Gogolev, down low. Back up high. Dusak finds Robertson. Some dancing into the corner. Dusak. He's got Gogolev up high now. Gets it back. Far side turn, Dargachintsev. Good block. Calling it back. Gogolev. Dusak steps to the circle. Cross ice shot. Blocked, and some good stick work there by the Blues. And the Leafs will try to turn it around quickly. Gogolev. Down into the corner. Robertson back up, finding Dusak once again. Goes off the skate of Gogolev. And at the blue line, Dusak moves it to Dargachintsev. He tried to just ease it back out to Gogolev, but that play was broken up. And now they will, in fact, put the second power play unit on. I swear Hellickson scored in the first game. Back across the line. Budgell thought he was offside. He wasn't. As it comes back, Robertson calling for it, just comes all the way back down the ice. Played off into the corner. Picking it up, McKenna. Trying to get away. Cross the line, McKenna. Into the corner, this one will be cleared back down the ice, and that'll do it. We're back to 5-on-5, and that'll be icing, actually, as they bring it back. Alexandrov. Boy, I'll tell you, there's a lot of emotion in these games, and sometimes you don't expect it necessarily. And you know, watching some of the other games, both in previous tournaments and this one, it's not exclusive necessarily to one game or another. It just erupts in just about every game. These players are, a lot of them, playing for positions, playing for where they will stand in the organization to start the season. Off the draw, coming back to it. Hoffmeyer gets it back. Saginaw, cross ice. Moore to the goal, and that is stopped by Hofer. Chizowski tries to get to the corner quickly. Lifted up, and that is through the rafters, but it comes out the other side. I don't know, I think he got about like a 40% chance of maybe hitting the rafters, but that one got right through. Hand pass, so the face-off coming just outside the Leafs zone. Less than 7 minutes to play, tied up at three apiece. One back, clean by Perret. Trying to lift it up. Boy, Perret knocked his man down from behind, the captain of this Blues team. Paranovich. Shot blocked. Right back up and out. Saginaw down the right side. The puck didn't follow him, but he's still with it. Perret getting it loose to Petronero. Toward the goal. Chizowski knocked down at the end of the shot. Puck comes to some open ice. Played back in, the Blues make changes. Up the boards, Douglas through the middle. Good stride here. It's it back to McKenna to the goal, and that one goes off the blocker. Working it back out of the corner. This one rolls behind the net. Luce plays it up, and it is all the way back down the ice into the corner. Pulled out of there by the Leafs. McKenna carries it, moves it quickly, trying to catch up to it. Douglas works back to his man, and he's in a tight spot there and gets a little bit of help getting back to it. That is lifted all the way down the ice. Right into the right spot. Couldn't ask for a better one. Moore dropped it back. Carried by Robertson briefly. Tried to get back to it. Dargachintsev right there. Hoffmeyer plays it off the boards. Up ice it comes. Robertson chasing on the play. Less than 5 minutes to play here. Tied up at 3 apiece. Hoffmeyer comes back, protects the puck, and off the boards it comes. Trying to step back the other way, Robertson. Got some skates to it. Double clutches, gets back in, cross round behind the net on the backhand, and then tried to feed it back out front. And he was hoping to find Budgel there. Good stick check there by Robertson to knock the puck away, disrupt the play. So they turn it around. Abramoff and Frasca. Frasca looks in, takes the shot, and he was hoping to go 5-hole, but Hofer comes up with a big save with 4:19 left to play. Day off tomorrow, back to it on Sunday at 2 o'clock against Dallas. And we'll be back with you as well on the live stream and on Leafs Nation Network. We certainly welcome all the folks who have tuned in from St. Louis this afternoon. The Prospects have done some good work to get back into this hockey game. McGing was in Utica last year for a few games in the AHL. Cross ice. It comes Dusak, leads it to Frasca, comes in, tried to move it back to Gogolev on the far side, but he just got a little too deep, and it got defended perfectly. Alexandrov to the goal, and that is in and out of the glove of Petrozelli. It comes back out front. Gogolev lifts it up. Sometimes you make that play in a rink like this, and next thing you know, only the Pigeons can get the puck. Squeezed off it. Good play, but a good stick by Chizowski as he gets it back out. Down the left side, Kressler. Chizowski going to the goal. Kressler tries a shot. It goes off a knee. Right back to it. Villeneuve. Back into the zone, Petronero. And now the hits are showing up, but Perret, he's a big target to try and take down. Kressler works down in the corner. They got Chizowski out front. Kressler again, finding Hoffmeyer. Takes the shot. Good block. A good sacrifice there. Right back. Moore finding Hoffmeyer. On a change here, the Leafs, well, in zone. Dargachintsev comes back to it. He's got help up high, but he carries it himself. Leaves it back. Hoffmeyer leans into one there, but a little bit more off target than he wanted. Moore again. Hoffmeyer turns it back. Robertson probing, shoots, and it looked like he had a spot there. Top shelf. As he comes back to the puck, has a look around, turns back. Washkaruk trying to catch up to him. Back through the middle. Budgel across the line. Robertson goes chasing. Goaltender moves it. Back up and out. Quickly Dusak. Cutting in front of his man there. Abramoff back to it. Dusak trying to find the handle on that puck. He's tied up with the man. Less than 2 minutes to play here. Tied up at 3 apiece. Right back, McKenna. Along to Gogolev. He'll get after it hard. Abramoff down low. Both teams searching for the W in regulation here. Villeneuve back to Gogolev. Tried to lift it to the goal, but lots of blues in front of him. Turns back, lifts it out of play. Gets a whistle. A minute 14 left to play. This will be interesting to see what Greg Moore has as an option dropping in here, as he just had Robertson and Dargachintsev out there for a good long stretch. No, he's going to put Perret Douglas out there, and now they're going to move some folks on the other side, make some different decisions as the home team. Dakota Joshua out to take the draw. Went to Ohio State. Puck on the ground. Peter Nero, long shot, and that one gets in and it's got to be covered up, and it moves the draw inside the Blues zone. Shots 29-27, favoring the Leafs. It's been a pretty even game. The Blues, as I say, better and better throughout the game. Clawed their way back from down 3-0. Dargachintsev comes in for the draw. He's got Robertson straight behind him. Hellickson out on the ice. Dusak as well. Budgel on the right side in front of the goal. Off the draw, won by the Blues. They back it up. Budgel trying to force the decision. Still pressuring. Drops by a couple. Easily moved. Back off the wall. Robertson turns back. Toropchenko tries to follow him. Robertson knocked down on the play. Braden Guy, he tied the game up. 40 seconds left to go. Toropchenko cutting back in. Puts one toward the goal, but it's wide. Guy comes up with it. It's taken away by Dargachintsev. Robertson putting the skates to it. He was trying to find Dusak coming across the line, but that got turned away by the Blues, and now here they come. McGing going to the goal, but he doesn't get the puck to go along with him. Cross ice, 10 seconds left to go. Gogolev drops it back. Hellickson. And I think we're going to do it again. Long shot by Dusak, goes into the glass. And an incredulous Jake Neighbors says, why would you even do that? Dusak's like, well, why wouldn't I do that? You never know. Maybe the guy leaves the net. Maybe this happens. Who knows? Maybe it goes in. Hey, not trying to win a game? Anyway, there we are at the end of regulation, and once again we find ourselves tied up here, just as the first day was. The Maple Leafs had a lead, 3-2. It got tied up late, and then into overtime it went. Now, overtime yesterday didn't end all that well, but as we say, we're not necessarily counting wins and losses here. We're more looking towards individual effort and just how you're working as a teammate and fitting into the system that the Leafs are hoping to employ across the entire organization. And I think that's gone pretty well so far. And you see, there are often times when you look on and you recognize, oh yeah, this is the second game of the year for these guys. Real game. And this is a real game. Nobody is out here kind of half putting an effort into it. So now you get a choice. Yesterday, Dargachintsev